As an experienced business growth strategist, our next speaker is on a mission to equip entrepreneurs, sales leaders, and individuals with the tools they need to achieve clarity and confidence in both their professional and personal endeavors. Through his comprehensive business coaching and consulting services, he aims to assist clients in leveraging their strengths and building an effective mindset with the necessary support system. He believes a sales team is only as effective as their manager, and if you want your salespeople to sell smarter and perform better, you need to keep sharpening your leadership skills as well. Empowering sellers and organizations to stress less, sell smarter, and win more. Please welcome certified Sandler and ICF coach, advisor to founders, contributor on Now Media TV, USA national bestseller, and CEO of Jabulani Consulting, Mr. Deepak Bhootra.
You know, I sometimes amaze myself because we're so good to show compassion to others, but sometimes when others talk about you, I'm actually choking right now because I would love to meet this dude, right? Phil, you know my sense of humor. I really want to meet this person I've just introduced. So at the end of it all, I mean, we just had two great speakers, right? Jim and Macy kind of gave their context of what they're trying to achieve. If someone could just confirm that you can see my ugly face as well as hear my beautiful voice.
I confirm,
Thank you, ma'am. Now,
except you're handsome.
yes, yes. Ask any mother. Ask any mother. I'm the handsomest, as per my mom. So I agree with you. So what am I doing here? I'm doing what I really enjoy doing, which is talking to people to make a change. I left the corporate world after 30 years, team, and I left the corporate world with one simple intention. I wanted to make a mark in the last 10, 15, 20 years of my life, send that very elevator that brought me to the top back to bring more people to the top. And I think that that is a judicious upliftment cycle that always works. This is one of those do good moments, perhaps. I've actually got involved in three different businesses in the last 14 months since I became an entrepreneur. And for me, one thing I learned along the way is planning structure will always eat culture or your mindset for breakfast. You may have the best of intent, but if you do not have a structure or a framework that you're following, wash, rinse, repeat, you are going to find yourself in trouble. When I was approached to think about joining this event as a speaker, I jumped at one notion, and that was I like the word achievement, the achiever, right? You have a setup that you're going to talk about goal achievement, and we're going to talk to achievers in a room, right? So I actually went away and I said to Phil, I'm so excited. I'm going to sit down and actually going to build something from scratch. And I actually did that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring to you with Sandler, Sandler and I have actually built together a very unique framework that is called the Achieve Framework in honor of Phil's agenda. And this is going to see the light of day for the first time in the end of December. Sandler is right now signed it off. It's going to actually be a white paper. I will be presenting this white paper, and the white paper is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. It simply says, we have learned a lot from how high performing rock star salespeople sell, right? These are people that take no in stride. They're mentally resilient. They are amazing at bouncing back. They take consistent stream of stress until they break sometimes. 35% of all salespeople leave the sales function by the age of 35. If that is not a waste of human talent, then what is? Now, what some of those people have done is that they have actually mastered the art of selling. And I've always said to anyone on this call, if you tell me that the oldest profession is not selling, then shame on you. The oldest profession is selling. And it's a joke that you guys will get later on as you think about it. Human beings have been selling to each other from time eternal. I had extra skins. You needed to be warm in winter. Here are some skins. You give me some sacks of, let's say, seed. We've been doing bartering for ages. What I'm going to do for the team is I'm actually going to give a framework, and it's pretty easy since it's called Achieve. That gives you an idea. It stands for ACHIEVE. I won't give away much more. In fact, Phil, I have the documents in front of me, and if you want a sneak peek, I'm happy to set up a call with you. I will break down in very simplistic terms how do rockstar salespeople formulate goals and strategies? How do they reverse engineer their objectives, which are, remember, not just smart, but they're also very, very, very time bound. There's not a single salesperson on the planet that's going to tell me or a customer that I have so much work, Mr. Customer, I cannot deliver to your deadline. It just doesn't happen. So salespeople are attuned at focusing on the customer. He is their North Star and then working backwards. If you think about it, there's so much research, so much material that one could publish, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk my audience through only 12 slides, Phil, because I know I'm a verbose kind of guy, right? But in those 12 slides, I'm going to draw for you a framework and a vision of how rockstar salespeople go about goaling themselves against very vicious targets And then when they make a mistake, what is the contingencies and how do they fall back? That is my intent. Once I've done the 45 minutes, I and Phil are having a conversation. I've actually proposed, and I think it's going to happen, hopefully. On the third day, I'm going to offer a 2 hour workshop where I'm going to actually go deep into and do a little bit of hand holding with people, actually understand how the framework works. And that workbook is nearly 50 pages of dense frameworks. It's a playbook, it's a guide. I actually wanted to make sure that people left the room with something tangible, something that they could hold on to. I am not a wishy-washy type of guy. I still buy shampoo out of vanity, but I do buy shampoo. And I do keep my hair scalp clean. Let's leave it at that. In the same way, I think that selling is a high hygiene function. I have an honest feeling that this session will resonate with people who want to look at out of curriculum subjects from where we can do tremendous learning. Some of my best learning has come from engineering into sales, from maybe, let's say philosophy and spiritualism, right, Jim, into the sales arena, thinking about what is the ethical frameworks under which I should operate, what is my value system and what is my customer's value system, and how do I make them both meet together. Phil, I'm going to hand it back to Dixie. But Dixie, that's what makes me excited. I'm so looking forward to sharing a built from scratch framework, leveraging salespeople and their intent and their greatness into a framework that anyone can use. A founder, an entrepreneur, even a salesperson, by the way, can use it to get better at what they do. But in general, anyone who walks into a room who wants to live with clarity, a framework that holds them accountable and allows them to scale. Hopefully, I'll be your man for December. Back to you, Dixie.
Yes, I'm confident that you will be our man for December. And I love your sense of humor, by the way. It's great. It's always so structured, and you're bringing so much value to our 2025 Goal Achiever Summit by adding what you're adding for the 2 days and then beyond with your third day workshop. So I'm so looking forward to achieving rock star sales without hitting rock bottom. And I can't wait to see you in Orlando, my friend.
Orlando, see you soon.
See
Thank
you
you, man.
soon.